the teaser trailer and some awesome little images were released today. We were warned about this, so to speak. We were warned about this a few days back to expect something really cool from the Chucky production coming to us all, the fans that have been clamoring for something. And the day before, yesterday, we were pretty much given directly, hey, it's happening tomorrow. Keep your eyes peeled. So myself and a lot of you did that exact thing, kept our eyes peeled. And as soon as this hit the internet, we were all on top of it. So let's jump right in here. We've learned today, and this is coming to us courtesy of Bloody Disgusting. We've learned today via Entertainment Weekly that Don Mancini's Chucky television series, which continues the various storylines from the original franchise's films, will be premiering on Syfy and USA just in time for Halloween on October 12th, 2021. How good does that it feels good to say that. And trust me, I'm like a lot of you. I have my reservations. I've seen what Syfy Channel has put out in the past, and there have been some, let's just say, not so good things. That's the nicest way I can put it, so I'm going to leave it there. But I will say this, with Mancini and co. involved, with the original cast, the original crew for the most part, I don't know. I think that when they took that step, I guess you could say a step down from a theatrical release to a home release, from Seed of Chucky to Curse of Chucky, that sounds like a downgrade. I mean, doesn't it? But if you look at the quality of film, in every way measurable, at least in my opinion, Curse of Chucky is a way better film than Seed of Chucky. And I know most of the fan base tend to agree with that. I'm sure there are some outliers or whatever. I respect that opinion. I just don't have it myself. So who's to say that going to TV, let alone on a channel like Syfy or USA, who's to say that this quote-unquote downgrade couldn't end up being actually really refreshing? Like I said, going back to Curse of Chucky, going from its last theatrical release, I don't really count the remake in the same. It's just a totally different thing for me, for obvious reasons. But the last release in the Mancini franchise came to us courtesy of Seed of Chucky. The next film, Curse, way better, was a direct-to-video release. So, I see where people are coming from with that, but I wouldn't always rule it out, is what I'm saying. Horror Nation says, TV makes sense for Chucky since there is so much going on in the story right now. I could not agree more with you. Everything we know, and even this article has indicated, they are continuing the story of this franchise. And when we're talking Child's Play 1, 2, 3, the original trilogy, to Bride, Seed, Curse, Cult, at the end of Cult, there was so much going on, so many loose ends, that I agree with you 100%, Horror Nation. I think trying to make a sequel, as far as a film, and tackle all the different things that are going on with Andy being locked in the asylum, with Chucky being in Nika's body, with all these other Chuckies running around, the dolls themselves, with Kyle showing up at the post-credit scene with the original Chucky doll. There is a metric fuck ton of angles and arcs going on in this franchise. So I agree 100%. I think that's a great point, Horror Nation. TV makes a lot of sense. You can stretch this across several episodes, get the story progressed, tie up some loose ends, and have a new story with this new cast as well. Definitely doable, and I'm excited for it. So to continue on here, it says, as Mancini explains to Entertainment Weekly, give me 1 second here. As Mancini explains to Entertainment Weekly, the idea was to bring Chucky back to Child's Play 2, back to his Child's Play 2 look for the new series, which, by the way, thank you. Always been a big fan of that particular look for that film, while also putting the focus back on younger characters. Bravo. I have no issue with this thus far. Quote here, one of the things I wanted to do was bring the franchise back to its Child's Play roots and have the protagonist be kids. But since with the first couple of movies, we'd be delved into having little kids, I wanted to explore something different. So this time we're exploring young teenagers, which is actually kind of interesting because for those of us who are fans of the Mancini franchise, the Mancini films, maybe not so much the remake that they made a few years back, it gives us a chance to see our Chucky, so to speak, in a similar scenario with kids that age, if that makes any sense. So I'm interested to see that as well. Moving on here, he continues, over the years, I've heard the consensus fan favorites among all the movies is Child's Play 2. I mean, it's the first two are classic. And definitely for a sequel to be beloved just as much, if not more than the original, you know, that speaks to a franchise. It speaks to that sequel, especially. I think one of the reasons for that is how Chucky looked in that movie and how the late director, John LaFia, who passed away last year, shot Chucky. Our goal with the series was to bring Chucky's look precisely back to that. My pants are becoming shorts hearing things like this. Tony Gardner and Peter Shavako, special effects artist responsible for creating the show's puppets, have done a great job, and I think fans are really going to love that. Mancini also explains that a broader Chucky universe is being created with the series, with plans to potentially make more seasons and or movies in the near future. And that's something that they've been saying for a while now. They've been saying that, you know, they're going to go down this path, but it's not necessarily over as far as the films are going. What's up, Druid Lover? What's going on, Byron? Thank you all for joining us. But yeah, you know, they've been saying, you know, yeah, we're going to go to TV. We're going to do this thing. If it's successful, yeah, sure, there could be more seasons of the TV series, but we're not done with the films. And they seemed, you know, it's a little bit, I'm not going to say totally independent anymore, you know, for obvious reasons, but it does have, you know, that feel that I think ever since it's gotten away from those theatrical releases, things have improved. You know, I kind of spoke to that earlier. So I would love to see a follow-up to Cult of Chucky and a follow-up to this TV series as far as another season. I don't know about another season. Let's see how this one goes. let's see what happens first before we get a little too excited. So the teaser trailer shared by Syfy today is only 30 seconds long, picking Chucky up from a yard sale before unleashing him once more. Check it out below, along with the new image. So yeah, just, you know, for those who may not know, maybe you're not a huge super fan following this, Brad Dourif is back as Chucky. Jennifer Tilly is back as Tiffany in Chucky, which will continue the storylines from the original movies and their recent sequels, Curse and Cult of Chucky. And also returning are Fiona Dourif as Nika Pierce, Alex Vincent as Andy Barkley, and Christine Elise as Kyle, and of course Devin Sawa also stars. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at this this teaser trailer. By the way, I guess I'll go ahead and show this off first. This is the new image that was released just today. Pretty cool image there. There's some actual better images if you actually pause in the teaser trailer. But this is a pretty cool little teaser poster here. October the 12th. That's really not that long away. That's less than 3 months. Just in time for spooky season, right? So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to full screen it for the simple fact that every time I watch any kind of trailer, teaser trailer, what have you, I'm copyright claimed into oblivion by whomever owns the rights. No matter how many times I may stop the video to talk or talk over it or reduce volume, whatever, I always seem to get it, but I'm going to do it anyway. So just pausing and doing my let's not get a copyright strike duty. It looks like what we've been hearing is accurate, which I really didn't have any reason to doubt it. But yeah, it looks like this kid's picking up Chucky at a yard sale. We'd heard this months back. Kind of seems to be this. Oh, and look at that. What do you know? A knife is gone.
Look at that. Someone took the butcher knife.
And I'm going to take this back. I'm going to see if I can actually pause this right where I want it. I know I won't be able to, but I'm going to try anyway. Oh, I'm so close. Yeah, right there. That does have a very Child's Play 2 look to it. I'm trying to get it perfectly where I want it, but it's not going to happen. Let's see. I'm going to try once more. So close. Okay, I can't quite get it. I'm going to play it through. It's really quick. Check it out. But it will give you you'll pick up on what Mancini's talking about when he's saying they're trying to go with the Child's Play 2 look. I don't know if you can pick it up or not. It's really quick, but yeah, it's very reminiscent of Child's Play 2. So here's a couple of images to go along with that. Here's our new, what at least appears to be one of the main focal points of the show here. And the Chucky doll, not only does the animated Chucky, like, when he's moving and whatever, not only does he very reminiscent of the Chucky and Child's Play 2, but the, the doll itself, the non-moving doll also. I'm getting a very heavy Child's Play 1 and 2 vibes from this right here. Kids in anatomy class are doing some sort of a I guess they're dissecting a frog. That's going to be interesting. Maybe a little levity here. I could see some comedy working into this scene. I guess this is him finding Chucky at this yard sale. What a mistake, right? Like, you have to question at some point, excuse me, you have to question at some point, these stories, in universe, these stories were all over the place that, this particular doll of this brand and look have tried to kill people. Like we've seen in universe examples of this being covered on the news, and people are like, yeah, it's just, do we believe this or not? Of course you don't, or whatever. But seriously, the amount of people who just aren't spooked away by this doll in universe is a tad bit concerning for me at this point. You know what I'm getting from this? It looks like the kid is possibly at some type of a talent show. Possibly using Chucky as a ventriloquist dummy, which is fantastic for obvious reasons. Not only that, but he's going to say some things on that open mic that is definitely going to get this kid suspended if this is a school talent show. And let's see what else here. Looks like we got Chucky lying here on the table. Is that Devin Saw right there? It's a little hard to tell, but it looks like it might be. Interesting image. And here's the kid doing the smart thing and throwing Chucky in the trash can.